Tiger fans, this is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
Sovereign Bank is your bank of choice. Sovereign Bank is a proud supporter of the Mangum Tiger Athletics. Supporting our schools and athletic programs is a top priority. Hear us roar, go Tigers. We're cheering you on all season long. Sovereign Bank, empowering our youth with the freedom to dream. Sovereign Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make The Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. TCLC is a family-owned 5-star daycare center that has been caring for children for over 45 years. The owners of Tiger Cub are proud to serve the Mangum area and support the Mangum Lady Tigers and Tigers on the radio and streaming. Tiger Club Learning Center says, Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
People are talking about Western Traditions, the new and exciting store on the west side of the square in Mangum. Western Traditions is proud to feature truly unique Western furniture and accessories, including many one-of-a-kind pieces, amazing sofas, recliners, end tables, lamps with Western shades. Check them out on Facebook, or better yet, visit Western Traditions in Mangum soon.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game, and always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Great Plains Bank of Mangum is proud to support the Mangum Tigers and the exciting spring sports season. Get ready to cheer on our local youth and enjoy all the thrilling activities. Our community thrives when we come together to celebrate and support our young athletes. When it comes to your banking needs, swing by and see us on the corner in downtown Mangum. Whether you're opening a new account, applying for a loan, or just seeking financial advice, our friendly team is here to help you every step of the way. Great Plains Bank, proudly serving our community with a smile. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
My name is Elena Shimon, and I am a graduate of Navajo High School. Western Oklahoma State College was the right choice for me the moment I stepped onto campus. I am getting a great education that is affordable at a campus that feels like home. It is comforting to know that the class sizes are small and I can create my schedule with both online and face-to-face classes. There are plenty of student activities and organizations available to get involved in with my Pioneer family. Call 580-477-2000 or visit wosc.edu to get started today. Western is your smart start.
For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
Hey, come on by the Mangum Tag Agency at 108 East Pierce in Mangum for all your vehicle tag and registration needs. Driver's license, ID renewals, including CDL or Add Real ID. We now offer initial issuance and out-of-state driver's license and ID transfers. And we issue Pike Pass. For fast, friendly customer service, come see Tom, Cynthia, or Adam. We're here for you. Check us out online at mangumtag.com. For tag renewals and more information, phone 580-782-3004. The Mangum Tag Agency says, go Tigers.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go together when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Hey, all you Tiger fans, it's game time. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are thrilled and ready for live Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger action on the field and court this season. Let's pack the stands and cheer loud. Cattlemen's Bank is full of school spirit. Go Tigers!
Something you should know about the Kendall Law Office. The Kendall Law Office is family-owned and local. They use up-to-date technology to ensure their productivity provides timely service to clients, and this always includes client access to our firm via email and text. Corey Kendall is experienced, hardworking, and honest. He always puts the client first, and all efforts are focused on the client's best interest. The Kendall Law Office, locations in Altus and Mangum.
When you need auto repairs, save money and get it done right at Dwayne's Auto in Mangum. Dwayne's fixes flats, does brake jobs, turns rotors, alignments, that all-important air conditioning work, and general auto repair. If your car or truck isn't right, just head to Dwayne's Auto at 1205 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-5151. That's 782-5151. Mangum Tiger proud. Did you know the freshest and most beautiful long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call at 580-782-2122 for fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts. Make that trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
And a very pleasant, good Friday afternoon to you. Welcome to Baseball on Classic Hits 97.7 and along our streaming devices, wherever you may be. In the world, you've got baseball this afternoon as Haskell and Mangum ready to play an elimination ball game. Haskell, 4 hours and 15 minutes away, so, you know, they'd kind of like to stick around for a little bit longer.
It's just a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah, easy for you to say. Meantime, Mangum playing for their playoff lives, winning the first game yesterday against Hobart, 5-0, and then dropping a tough decision to Central Salisaw and getting dropped down into the losers bracket. Meantime, you had a chance to see Haskell a couple of times yesterday.
I did. Saw them take on Central Salisaw, and Central picked up a 13-1 victory in that one. And then yesterday against Hobart, Hobart just couldn't get the pitches over, and when they did, they couldn't field what Haskell was hitting back at them. So Haskell got a run rule in 4 innings. So yeah, it was their bats were active in that one.
Vanessa Hagee is joining us along the broadcast. Good to have her alongside. You know, we were talking about it earlier. You've done some research. Our crack research staff at 97.7, overpaid and underworked they are.
Yeah, something like that.
You tell me that there are two different definitions of haymakers, because that's Haskell's moniker, haymakers.
Yep. The first is refers in boxing or fighting, and it's what they call a wild, powerful punch. Usually a swinging hook thrown with the intent to knock someone out. It's not always technically sound, but if it lands, can be devastating. And they say, think of it as something you mentioned to me, go big or go home punch.
Yeah. And if you're a boxing fan from years ago in the heavyweight division,
oh my,
think of Joe Frazier.
Oh yeah,
Joe Frazier threw more haymakers than anybody in the heavyweight division. And when you were talking about maybe not the most artistic of punches, being off balance, Smoking Joe, I mean, he would throw from any angle. You better be ready to be taking a punch. Now, there's a different definition, though, for haymakers.
There it is. It's in regards to farming, and that is a haymaker is someone or a machine that cuts and dries hay, and says historically it's referred to a person who made hay, but now it can also refer to a stage in the haymaking process. So.
All right, Denise Short, it's the Haymakers and the Tigers coming up, and Haymakers being introduced first. They won the toss about 45 minutes ago. They'll be the home team here this afternoon. It's a simple thing. If you're Haskell or you're Mangum, you've got to win 3 games in a row to get to the state tournament. Meantime, Central Salisaw setting the catbird seat. They'll get the winner of this one coming up at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Even if Central Sallisaw were to lose that ball game, they can still come back and make the state tournament, as there will be a single game for tomorrow. First things first, though, Mangum, Haskell coming up. We'll take a timeout and come back as we continue to set the stage with Fallon McKenzie Webb on Classic Hits 97.7.
Friends, it's important to take care of your eyes, so make an appointment soon with Dr. Michael Geiger in Altus, Seth Geiger in Frederick, and Bryce Geiger in Elgin, and a new addition to our staff, Dr. Maddie Rhodes. The Geigers are professionals and very good at what they do. Geiger Eye Care is proud to support youth and sponsor sporting events. They encourage you to attend all the events you can and be involved with our youth. Geiger Eye Care, Michael and Maddie in Altus, Seth in Frederick, and Bryce in Elgin. Make an appointment soon with Geiger Eye Care, Altus, Frederick, and Elgin.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
Granite Drug Company would like to thank their customers for shopping local. They're proud to offer pharmacy services, including immunizations, Dispill personalized medication management, health and beauty products, gifts for every occasion, and the soda fountain, open all day and serving lunch from 11 till 2. Remember, when you need prescriptions filled, tell your doctor Granite Drug Company.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
When unexpected illness or injury disrupts your day, immediate care is a necessity, not a luxury. At Variety Care's Hobart Clinic, we're here for you at the moments you need us most. Whether you are battling the flu, managing a chronic condition, or simply due for your annual checkup, our team of dedicated healthcare professionals is here to support you and your family with personalized care, Sooner Care, and private insurance plans accepted. Visit today, 1000 South Broadway, Hobart, 405-632-6688 to schedule an appointment. That's 405-632-6688.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
We're set for the Haymakers and the Tigers here this afternoon. Off and on sunshine. Getting some clouds as well, and it's just kind of one of those days. Never know what we're going to get.
Yeah, and more breeze we had yesterday.
Breeze is coming from left to right as well, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of impact that has on the baseball. Tori Curbo has joined us. Tori, good to have you alongside. Mangum will go with the batting order that you're familiar with. Colton Gillespie and Max Richardson. Derek Hammond, numbers 1, 2, and 3. Then it's Cooper Curbo, Jackson Brooks, and Ryland Holt. Bo Rogers, Mason Parker, and Clayton Caskey, the bottom third of the order. Gillespie, Richardson, and Hammond, Curbo, Brooks, and Holt, Rogers, Parker, and Caskey, the 9 for Mangum, and the batting order. Jennifer Reiser has joined us, and she says, let's go Tigers. Haymakers, they'll go with Brady Neal on the bump. He is a left-hander. And his battery mate is Jagger Lewis. Colby Collins is at first. Elias Gonzalez at second. Brody Greider at third, and Baxter Neal is the shortstop. And the outfield from left to right, Noah Ellis, Jackson Drain, and J.J. Bonebrake for this group from Haskell. So another left-hander, saw a left-hander yesterday against Hobart, and able to win that ball game by a final score of 5-0, but also got picked off 4 times at first base.
Yeah, I definitely had some issues with the left-handed delivery yesterday.
By the way, speaking of deliveries, I finally got the definitive word on what we thought were players getting awarded first base because they were hit on pitches that they swung at. Actually, what it was catcher's interference on both occasions.
Oh. Wow.
And when we were watching, trying to figure out what was going on yesterday, and we saw Coach Pride and talking with the umpire, the home plate umpire did the little dip. Coach Pride was saying that the batter was extending the swing to hit the glove. So
I gotcha. That's a whole different ball game.
Well, I talked to Dirk Hammond about it, and he said it was the same kid that it happened to twice, and said that all season long there's never been a catcher's interference for Mangum. Two of them yesterday, yeah. So here comes Colton Gillespie. Gillespie leading it off here in inning number 1. Plenty of sunshine and blue sky. As the left-hander Neal comes set. And first pitch on the way is swung on and rolled foul, 0-1 on Gillespie. So Gillespie with the pink sleeve and the pink bat. They don't go with the orange, but I don't care. I like it. It looks good. Very deliberate on the bump. Neal getting the signs, and now time is called. So maybe some confusion early on between Neal and Lewis. Now the left-hander comes set. 0-1 pitch. Cold strike, and it's 0-2. Home plate umpire, we finally figured out, is...
I don't remember his first name. It's Gilstead.
Yeah. 0-2 pitch on the way here. Outside for a ball, although Lewis tried to frame it, and it's 1-2. And then our good buddy Tim Chimansky out in the field. Deborah Gamble has joined us. I think Deborah could probably be an umpire. 1-2 pitch. Lifted in the air towards left. Ellis is there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Well, Gillespie hit it hard, but we talked about the breeze a moment ago, blowing from left to right. And that beat that baseball down big time.
Yeah, it did.
So 1 gone now for Mad Max Richardson. Richardson at first base, and he's not exactly the quintessential number 2 hitter, but he always gets the job done. First pitch on the way to Max. Downstairs for ball, 1-0. And what I mean by that, oftentimes you think of a guy in the number 2 slot that is somebody who just puts the ball in play, maybe on the right side, advances a runner, or bunts his way aboard. Max, he's a hacker. Get after it.
And all about speedster is what you look at. Yep.
1-0 pitch. Called strike, and it's 1-1. It will be interesting as the afternoon progresses, as Sandy Hartshorn has joined us, is if Neal stays deliberate like he's been early on. That went in the dirt. Count out 2-1.
And how much his delivery changes with runners aboard as well, yeah.
Heading the count here is Richardson. 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 pitch. Max swinging a miss. And it's 2-2. Kind of a compact delivery for the left-hander, and the ball just kind of explodes out of it. That kind of keeps everything nice and tight. And then, boom, there's the ball. 2-2 offering on the way from Neal. Off speed and he had some gyrations, and I don't blame him. You gotta wonder where that one was. That looked pretty tempting. Count full on Richardson. Neal's payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Not gonna get by with it twice. Same location. Different result, out number 2. So 2 gone now for Derek Hammond. Hammond, versatile young man. He can play just about anywhere. And a great glove at third base. Shane Hagee has joined us. Derek, first pitch swinging, foul tip, but it's 0-1. Well, you said you had heard that this was the number 1 pitcher for Haskell.
That's what I was told by my coach, yeah.
0-1 offering on the way here. Signed for a ball, 1-1.
He does frame well behind the plate, doesn't he?
Jagger Lewis, I was just getting ready to say the same thing. Big kid, and he does. He brings it in quickly.
And he was actually on the bump for a few innings yesterday in their game against Sallisaw.
1-1 pitch outside for a ball. 2-1 to Derek Hammond. He's intimidating, I would think, probably on the mound. Big as he is.
Yeah.
So again, Hammond ahead in the count, much like Richardson was. Couldn't do anything with it. Pitch outside for a ball. It's 3-1.
Can't tell who the fans sitting next to us are, can you?
No. Yeah, Shane, it was catcher's interference yesterday. 2 different times. We didn't see it. 3-1 pitch. Cold strike. Come on back. Derek, you're not going to first base yet. Count full 3-2. The one thing that Mangum has done early on here in this first inning is at least forced Neal to throw a bunch of pitches. Second consecutive batter that the count has gone full. Payout pitch on the way from Brady. Lifted into right field, and that'll be a base hit. Good job by Derek Hammond. Went with the pitch, kept the hands back, and drove it into right field for a 2-out single. That'll bring to the plate Cooper Curbo. Curbo, who will be on the bump for the Tigers. An opportunity to help his own cause. By the way, the wind blowing somewhat in, but also towards that right field corner. And you saw the ball there. It kind of got out there a little bit further to JG than I thought it would in right field. So I have to watch that. Curbo steps in and chasing Hammond back with a peekaboo move. It was Brady Neal. These kids were here yesterday. They
saw a couple of those for sure.
What the left-hander for Hobart did. Tara Powers has joined us. And he's picked off, running and diving and safe in at second base is Derek Hammond. Give him a stolen base. And I thought about this last night. That's the one thing that they didn't do yesterday when they got picked off. Put your head down and run to the bag. Make them make a play on you.
Yeah. First baseman a little hesitant on that one and didn't throw it real hard either.
Yeah, well, and sailed on him as well.
Yeah.
By the way, Annalise Stair Rogers has joined us. She is over at Western Heights as her other son is getting ready to run hurdles there. It's the state track meet, isn't it?
Yes. Didn't I hear the 110 and the 300?
110, 300, yeah.
Wow. That's good times right there.
Yeah. No thanks. So a runner at second, 2 gone. Pitch to Cooper, outside for a ball. You know, the 400 meters is a grueling race. There's no question about it. But the 300 hurdles, burn, baby, burn. 1-0 count now on Cooper. Runner at second, 2 down. And Brady Neal, a little courtesy look back there.
Quick break back to second.
Well, I tell you, Hammond's got a pretty big lead out there. 1-0 pitch, rolled foul into the Haskell dugout, and it's 1-1. I mean, he's got a sizable lead out there at second base.
Casey trying to put the pressure on.
Let's see what Derek does here. 2-0 pitch, outside for a ball. Let's say the count is 2-1 now.
Yeah.
First pitch was a strike. So 2-1 on Cooper. Derek at second. He runs well. This will be a game where you've got to earn everything. Outside 3-1 now. I'm telling you.
Tickling that outside edge.
Yeah, well, and
not tickling it close enough.
Derek Hammond tickling third base with that leadoff.
Right?
My goodness. And it is causing some problems for Brady Neal. There's no question about it. He will step off. You can tell that it is really a distraction for him.
That's something we mentioned. You know, you never know how base runners are going to affect a psyche.
3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. The count full, 3-2.
He brought it there.
And off speed. Cooper waited, and still swung through it. So Derek at second, bases loaded, 2 gone. We're in the first. There is no score. Brady Neal laboring here in the first, trying to get out of the inning. There goes the runner. Pitch is swung on, popped up on the infield. Neal calling for it. He'll battle the wind, and now it goes into the foul territory where the first baseman Colby Callens will make the play, and the inning will come to an end. So Mangum comes up empty. No runs. There was a hit, no errors, and a runner left on board. It's no score. Haskell coming to bat in the bottom of the first on Classic Hits 97.7.
Ashley Slayton, family nurse practitioner, and the rest of the friendly faces of the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum treat all ages, children through adults. This means we are all yours for well child exams, annual checkups, as well as those illnesses that can hit us. We also do management of chronic illnesses like asthma, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Same-day appointments are usually available. The JCMH Family Care Clinic is located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-3393 for appointments.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offer HUD-approved housing for anyone 62 or older or on Social Security or disability. They have 1-bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. For more information, call Katie at 580-782-2452. 580-782-2452.
I want to say hi to our good friend Jenny Hernandez. Jenny, who should I call? We get set for the bottom half of inning number 1. Mangum scoreless. It took forever. Inning number 2. C.R. Reader Jr. says, go Zeke. As we do a little Beatles. Do I hear some Beatles on the overhead speaker?
Yeah.
Shake It Up Baby. Twist and Shout. This was the song made famous in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, part of the Chicago Cubs scene. So like that. All right, so here we go with Mangum defensively. Cooper Curbo on the bump, and Jackson Brooks is the catcher. It's Max Richardson at first, Clayton Caskey at second, Derek Hammond at third. Colton Gillespie is the shortstop. At the outfield from left to right, Bo Rogers, Mason Parker, and Diego Tellis. Elias Gonzalez will lead it off here in the first. And the first pitch to Gonzalez, taken downstairs for a ball, 1-0.
Patient batter. He took a walk to lead the game off yesterday and scored the first run for Haskell in that game against Hobart.
1-0 pitch on the way here. A little bit low for a ball, 2-0. One thing I like about Gonzalez, all the colors he's wearing. 1-0 pitch. A little bit low for a ball, 3-0. And while his opposite number, the left-hander, Brady Neal, working rather slowly in the top half of the inning, Cooper Curbo, just the opposite. Rocking and firing early on. There's a strike, and it's 3-1 on Gonzalez. 3-1 pitch. Nubbed foul. It's 3-2. And Cooper just gets the ball and says, let's go.
You ready? Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, you know, and if you're a fielder, you gotta you respect that because it keeps you on your toes. Payoff pitch on the way here. Line drive over the glove of Gillespie and into left field for a base hit. So Elias,
just enough.
Yep. You talked about his patience, and he showed it there. 3-2 line drive into left and a base hit, and the leadoff runner aboard in the first for Haskell. Again, if you win, you come back and play against Central Salisaw at about 4 this afternoon. So in steps Jackson Drain a left-handed hitter. Hammond in on the grass at third, anticipating a bunt. Snap throw over to first base. It got away from Max, but not far enough to allow Gonzalez to go anywhere.
Drain actually went 0 for 1 in that game, but picked up 2 walks and a run.
You said they're a patient bunch.
Yep.
First pitch, taken upstairs. A little bit of a pitch out as Brooks came up in the stance. It's 1-0 on Jackson Drain. Shelly Jenkins Mullins has joined us. 1-0 pitch on the way here. Bunt towards third. He only played at first. Hammond with a strong throw, and there's one gone. So Drain did his job. Retired 5-3 on the sacrifice, but now in scoring position for Haskell is Elias Gonzalez. And a chance for Brady Neal to help his own cause.
Yeah, Brady played first yesterday, went 1 for 2, reached via the error. He had a triple and scored 2 runs.
Chance to help his own cause, runner in scoring position, just one gone. First pitch inside, got away from Jackson. Brooks up quickly with it.
He said, go ahead, run.
Well, and Gonzalez really didn't make much of a move towards third base. Barbara Johnson with the woo-hoo Mangum Tigers. Count 1-0 now on Neal. Lashes a line drive by the glove of Richardson into right field. Diego will bobble. Gonzalez going to come home. Ball cut off, and Gonzalez will score easily. Well, if Max is playing at a normal depth at first base, it's a line drive right into his glove. But he was in on the grass, and it got by him in a hurry. And when Diego bobbled it out in the outfield, it allowed Gonzalez to score easily. So Neal aboard with a single to right, the RBI, and it's 1-0. Swing and a miss there. Riker Porter. Riker, the designated hitter. You talk about a kid who fills out his uniform. My goodness, he's a big man. Toss over to first base. And again, in the dirt, and Richardson does all he can to keep it from rolling down the right field line.
Yeah, Porter went 0 for 1. He reached via the error and walked twice and scored 2 runs. And he takes a hit.
He just got hit on the elbow, and Riker's kind of like, okay, is that all you got? You did that protective shield on the elbow, but again, you put Jackson Allison and Riker Porter next to one another, I'd feel pretty safe in between those two young men. So runners at first and second now for Baxter Neal. A lot of left-handers in this lineup for Haskell. Curbo upstairs with a pitch. It's 1-0. One across so far for Haskell in the first. Brady Neal at second. Riker Porter at first, and there's only one gone. There's a called strike. Good pitch there by Curbo. Cooper runs the count level at 1-1. Great crowd on hand this afternoon.
It really is.
1-1 pitch on the way. Curveball that had no snap to it at all. It's 2-1. And again, with the wind, if you're a pitcher, you really don't like the wind blowing at your back. You want it howling in your face because it really makes the ball dance. Howling in our microphones. 2-1 pitch, rolled on the ground. Richardson, he'll throw to second, and out! Oh, what a great play by Gillespie. Boy, Colton had to catch the ball and then do a little tap dance trying to find a bag with the toe to force Porter for the second out of the inning. And Gillespie barking a little bit at Richardson. He thought Max should have stepped on the bag and then made the throw, so they could have had the tag out on the double play. Runners at first and third now, 2 gone. First pitch here, cold strike on Jagger Lewis. Lewis is the catcher.
In the game against Hobart, he got hit by a pitch and scored a run. In the earlier game, I saw him hit a gapper into right center field, stand-up double.
Tipped that one foul. And that'll run the count to 0-2 now on Jagger Lewis. Well, love to see Cooper Curbo get a strikeout right about now.
Right. The time is right.
0-2 offering on the way. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from Brooks. Jackson will fire to Richardson, and the inning is over. So Haskell scores first. They come up with 1 run on a couple of hits. There were no errors and a couple of runners left on board. At the end of 1, it's 1-0 Haskell in front of Mangum on Elimination Friday, where Classic Hits 97.7.
Attention Mangum Tigers. Are you ready to show your Tiger pride? This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. At our bank, we are always geared up and ready to cheer the Tigers and Lady Tigers on to victory. You can count on us to wear the brightest orange and black. We'll see you at the games.
Mangum Regional Medical Center is going strong, serving Greer County and southwest Oklahoma. The Mangum Hospital provides a full-service Level 4 ER staffed 24/7, both in and outpatient stays, swing bed services and outpatient lab, physical therapy and radiology services. Mangum Regional Medical Center, here for you, right here at home.
Another classic example of not having to hit the cover off the baseball to score runs. They call it small ball, but it was effective for Haskell in their half of the first, and they lead 1-0. Just trying to piece things together. Mangum will send to the plate Jackson Brooks, Ryland Holt, and Bo Rogers here in inning number 2. And again, you win, you play at 4. In a championship bowl game against Central Sallisaw, who sits in the catbird seat. If either Mangum or Haskell were to win that game at 4, then there would be an if game tomorrow for the championship and a right to go to the state tournament.
2 o'clock.
Yeah, and you've got to wonder if they do have that game Saturday, if they don't adjust that time.
I talked to Coach and I talked to Sam just before, and they said 2 o'clock would be tomorrow.
For sure. Okay. All right. Of course, Central Salisaw's got to lose for that to occur.
They'd like to go home tonight, I'm sure.
Yep, they sure would.
I don't know. There may be more happening in Mangum than happens in Sallisaw. I mean, come on.
I'm not going to touch that one. Let's leave it alone. I'll leave that
That was
alone.
last week, 2 weekends ago, right?
Yes.
That was 2 weekends
the
ago.
Rattlesnake Derby was 2 weeks ago. Sallisaw not that far from Fort Smith.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad town. I've been there a couple times.
Sister and brother-in-law lived in Fort Smith for about 3 years, so yeah, I got to go visit. It's a beautiful, beautiful town.
It is. I played softball there about 100 years ago, and it was fun. Brooks asking for time. And again, just the contrast between Cooper Curbo and Brady Neal. It's amazing. Neal, the left-hander, just really takes his time, steps off. And nobody on the base pass, so I'm really looking at the coaching staff, and they're kind of the same thing. They're like, what are you doing? Brooks rolls that one foul, and it's 0-1 on Jackson. He is yet to get cranked up in this tournament.
Yeah.
Really, but he hit a ball well yesterday into the gap, but other than that, he's getting handcuffed. 0-1 pitch, lifted foul and out of play, and it's 0-2.
Jackson, no trophies, you're on counter!
Could you make it in that out?
I could not.
All right, then.
I have my mic on the wrong side of us. That would have been right in their face.
0-2 pitch in the dirt. It's 1-2. It has been tough going hitting for Mangum the last couple of days. 1-2 pitch on the way here. Off speed outside, 2-2.
He does try to frame him.
Yeah, and that was illustrated yesterday. Mangum, first 2 runners aboard in the 7th.
Yeah.
And then back-to-back pop-ups on the infield really killed that rally. 2-2 pitch here to Brooks. Jackson, solid single to left. Hit that one right on the button.
He called for it.
Yeah.
called for a strikeout at the end of the last inning. You need to start calling for stuff,
Well,
Michael.
I guess so.
Come on now.
I'm like my friend Tim Ravlis. Boy, when he starts running his mouth on the golf course, it's stupid the things that happen. Yeah.
Oh, does it work in his favor?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, does it really? That's so
Man,
funny.
an eagle the other day. He did. And he'll tell you this. He played terrible all day. And then we played another 9, put $5 on it. It was Tiger Woods.
Yeah, I always play my best whenever I'm not talking. And if I start having a couple of good holes, I need to keep my mouth shut because it goes downhill quickly.
Yeah, we know we're in trouble when Ravlis starts playing well. He's talking. We're in serious trouble. All right, so Mangum now an opportunity. Get back in this one. Ryland Holt steps in, left-hander versus left-hander. Boy, and I tell you what, courtesy runner over there, they nearly had him picked off because he was leaning the wrong way.
He just wanted to get that jersey dirty.
He did a good job. See if Holt is just trying to bunt, put the ball in place. See what we've got going on here. And again, they'll throw over.
It's a very pretty slide over there, too.
It's just more of a cover-up dive. Get in here. Please don't hit me with the ball. There is a bit of a gap on the infield. Cold strike on hold. The way they have Ryland defended, third baseman on the line, and a step off the grass. Shortstop playing towards second base. Again, a throw over, and again, runner back in easily. Of course, in the major leagues, that'd been a violation.
Did you lose a pin?
Well, no, I think I lost a lineup somewhere.
Yeah.
Throw over to first again. Meantime, Ryland Holt stays at home plate going, okay, throw me the ball. Here's a pitch. Rolled towards second base slowly. Only played at first, and a good job by Holt to advance the runner. Good job, Ryland. That's what you have to do on a day like today when runs will be at a premium. So 4-3 on the fielder's choice. Holt retired. But Mangum with a runner in scoring position now for Bo Rogers. Rogers, who caught the first 2 games of the tournament, now in left field this afternoon.
And again, that defense affected by the base runner.
Mm-hmm. Called strike. It's 0-1 on Bo. And that was probably the hardest ball thrown today by Brady Neal. He really went back and got some giddy up on that one. 0-1 pitch on the way here. Downstairs, count level at 1-1. And by the way, it's worth noting, you just saw it, just caught it. My buddy Gilstad hanging in there behind the plate.
Oh, yeah.
He's not bailing out.
I don't think his knees will let him bail out too quickly either.
There's that point too, but 1-1 pitch on the way here. Rolled foul, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, he's done it for a day or two.
Yeah, he has.
He does a good job.
So Neal ahead in the count, 1-2. Runner at second base, and again, Maxter Neal and Elias Gonzalez bird dogging the Mangum runner at second, leaving some opportunities for Bo Rogers. Rogers on the ground at third. Brody Grider, long throw up the line and safe.
Yes.
That ball sailed on Grider's part. And coach not happy with that throw at all. So throwing error puts runners at first and third now for Mason Parker. Parker, who hit one a ton yesterday in the gap. Chance here. Get even now for Mangum. And again, you got an opportunity if you're the Tigers, you cannot squander it. Bo runs well at first. Let's see if they don't put him in motion. Throw behind. And I'm telling you, Haskell watched that game yesterday with Hobart, and they saw the pickoffs that happened. They doing all they can. Yeah. So Mason at the plate, runners at first and third. One gone. We play here in the second. Again, a throw over. Now, in all fairness, the move so far from Brady Neal, not matching the move of the left-hander from Hobart that we saw yesterday.
No.
Parker way out in front. Rogers will steal the bag easily. Dontrell Bailey he's got the move of all moves for left-handers.
The gapper here would be timely.
Parker down in the count after the stolen base by Rogers. We got runners at second and third. Mason looks one outside. Oh, look at how everybody says good eye. We use both of them. Just say it. Or keep your eye on the ball. Well, I'm going to use both of them. Pitch on the way to Parker. Ground ball to third. Underneath the glove and into left field. Base hit. Mangum ties it. Now they're going to set Bo. Here's the throw. Save. Mangum leads 2-1. Great piece of hitting by Mason Parker as he just put it in play. He had a good job of base running as well because he came home, or he came to second on that throw home.
And Ellis, once he bobbled that ball, Coach Kroom was watching him, and he gave the signal to send the runner, and Tigers take the lead.
Then it was a slow roller. Rogers, as we mentioned, runs well, and you're right. When it was bobbled in the outfield, Bo was on his way home. 2-1, Mangum on top. Ooh. Called strike to Clayton Caskey. 0-1 on Clayton. Top of the order, Colton Gillespie waiting in the on-deck circle. Clayton with that pink sleeve as well. 0-1 pitch. Downstairs, 1-1.
Good eye.
Both of them.
Yep.
Mason Parker, who runs well, not extremely, you can call him fast, but he just runs hard. He's at second base. So something to the grass in the outfield and get a chance at the plate. Downstairs to Caskey. Clayton ahead in the count, 2-1. Mangum leading 2-1. We play here in the second. And this is one that's going to go, it is going to be a dogfight all afternoon. Our first few ball games have gone along pretty quickly. This one will take forever because both teams are going to fight big time. Called strike two, yeah.
It was close.
2-2 now on Caskey, so Clayton going to have to shorten up and just put something in play. Try to get that runner over to third base. Parker. Time taken here. And that's Casey Curran wanting to have a conversation with Caskey. He's telling Clayton just that. Let's shorten up. Let's put something into play and make them make a play on us.
Yep. Put the pressure on them.
Well, yeah, I mean, you strike out or pop up, nobody has to make a play.
Yep.
But you put the ball on the ground, make them make a play on you. You saw it on that ground ball by Rogers.
Yep.
2-2 pitch on the way here. Swing and a miss. Ball dropped. Caskey running to first base. He is out. Coach Pride down there doing jumping jacks. Saying, "Come on, get on your horse!" So Caskey strikes out. And they throw him out on the drop third strike. Here's Colton Gillespie.
And that also aided with the runner going to third.
Parker did take third on the play. You're right. Colton hit one right at the left fielder his first time around. He's 0 for 1. First pitch on the way. Goes the opposite way. Popped up on the infield, battling the sun and the wind, and running out of room is Collins over at first base. But again, you see the effect of the wind. That ball looked like it had a chance to stay in the field of play, and it just got shoved into the bullpen area down the right field side.
Deep in the bullpen.
0-1. And again, all kinds of room in left and right center, respectively, for Gillespie. Again, he goes the opposite way, and again, the ball going to drift into the bullpen area. 0-2. You must have understood that because you laughed.
He's pull through on the. He's dragging the shoulder on the follow through on the swing. Not following through with the shoulder. He's
2-0 our score. 0-2 pitch on the way. Ball to Gillespie downstairs. 1-2. C.R. Reader Jr. Woo! Way to go, work Tigers. Mangum on top, 2-1. Top half of inning number 2. Left-hander comes set. Popped up, center field. Going back was drained. Now he's got to come in a long way. And Jackson will track it down. And again, you see the effects of the wind on the baseball. Drain took a step back and then had to get on his horse and come get it. But Mangum comes up with a couple of runs in the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits. There was an error and a couple of runners left on board. At the end of an inning and a half, Mangum on top, 2-1 here on Classic Hits 97.7.
The Mangum Star News has been serving Southwest Oklahoma since 1887. No wonder when folks want to know what's happening, they grab the Mangum Star News. Today, the paper is just as proud as ever to serve you online, in your mailbox, or at a store near you. The Mangum Star News.
Hi, Mangum Tiger fans. This is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
Sovereign Bank is your bank of choice. Sovereign Bank is a proud supporter of the Mangum Tiger Athletics. Supporting our schools and athletic programs is a top priority. Hear us roar, go Tigers. We're cheering you on all season long. Sovereign Bank, empowering our youth with the freedom to dream. Sovereign Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Kenny Richardson Suey has joined us, former mayor of Mangum.
Yes. Oh, and by the way, we're talking about the speed of an inning.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
I ran stop clock from the time that he threw the first pitch until the end. So 15 minutes. Let's see what a difference looks like.
Cooper Curbo, first pitch, called strike. And it's on one on the first baseman, Colby Collins. Collins, Brody Grider, and Noah Ellis due up for Haskell here in the second. Swing and a miss. Curbo ahead in the count 0-2. Former Mangumite, Cale Zachary winning the 3A regional for Oklahoma Christian Academy. Down at Idabel, headed to the state tournament. Yeah, that's the curveball that got away from Cooper Curbo.
Getting a little heckling from the crowd.
Yeah. Say that it's a message pitch. 1-2. Lifted high in the air on the left side. That one is going to twist out a play. It'll stay 1-2. Again, Collins, big kid. but that wind coming in from left field, 3:15 down the line. And it's going to be tough to check one out of here. 0-2, swung on, missed, dropped by Brooks. Jackson fires to first, and there's one gone. So back-to-back strikeouts for Cooper Curbo. One gone here in the second. And for whatever reason, Jackson Brooks dropped the third strike on those two strikeouts. One to end the third, or in the inning. Back in inning number one and to begin the second inning here.
Were they all against with bigger batters? Was he trying to mess with them?
Nah, I don't think so.
Make you run for you.
Well, as ornery as Jackson is, he would probably do something like that.
Here's them huffing when they come up.
0-1 pitch. Ooh. A little bit inside for a ball. Grider has the count go 1-1.
Good movement.
Yep, third baseman here for Haskell. 1-1 offering. Overthrew that one. 2-1. Oklahoma City Thunder back in action tonight. Game 3 out in Denver. Critical ball game for the Thunder. 2-1. Lifted high in the air to center field. Mason Parker camps underneath it. And he uses two hands to make the second out of the inning. So 2 gone for Haskell. And here's Noah Ellis. Ellis, the left fielder this afternoon for the Haymakers.
It was actually 0 for 0 yesterday. He walked twice and was hit by a pitch.
On base 3 times, so that OPS is quite high. Looks at a pitch inside here for a ball. 9th place hitter, you got to get on any way you can. 1-0 pitch. Jackson trying to frame it, but Brooks couldn't get the call. It's 2-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Mangum leading 2-1. Cooper Curbo. Inside for a ball, 3-0. Man, you hate to walk the 9th place hitter, especially with 2 outs. 3-0 pitch on the way. Ball 4. Noah Ellis aboard. Keeps the inning alive for Elias Gonzalez. Gonzalez singled and scored his first time around, and he is a persnickety hitter, to say the least. Takes a strike here. You talk about movement. That pitch had it on it. So 0-1 on Gonzalez. Runner first, 2 gone. 0-1 pitch on the way. Curveball, another dandy. That apparently fooled our home plate umpire. And it looked pretty good. 1-1 now, the count on Gonzalez. Little looper towards right field. That's going to get down as Diego comes up firing. Oh, what a throw. Ellis. Or check that. Yeah, Ellis will stay at second base as Diego got it in a hurry. So runners at first and second now. 2 gone for Jackson Drain. Drain rounded to third his first time around. He's 0 for 1. But again, that walk to the 9th place hitter with 2 outs, keeping the inning alive. First pitch swinging, boy, he hit a rocket down that right side, and that missed the fence. And I hope it didn't get a fan. Boy, that had some action on it.
I think it looks like it hit an empty chair and stopped. Wow. Because that was right there amongst them.
0-1 pitch. Breaking ball that stayed outside, 1-1. But again, you see a ball hit to the right side, you see the effect that the wind has on it.
Yep.
It really shoves it hard. 1-1 pitch. About to be delivered by Cooper. Popped up, out of play. It's 1-2. So Curbo, a pitch away from getting out of the inning. On top, 2-1. Runners at first and second. Left-handed hitting. Jackson Drain at the plate. 1-2 pitch. Drain. Half-hearted swing. Brooks dropped the ball, but he'll flip it to first, and the inning will come to an end. So the 2-out rally comes up short for Haskell. No runs, a hit, a walk, and a couple of runners left on board. We've played 2. It's Mangum 2, Haskell 1, and we're Classic Hits 97.7.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. TCLC is a family-owned 5-star daycare center that has been caring for children for over 45 years. The owners of Tiger Cub are proud to serve the Mangum area and support the Mangum Lady Tigers and Tigers on the radio and streaming. Tiger Club Learning Center says, Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
So the tale of the 2 pitchers continues. How long was that half inning?
6 minutes and 45 seconds as opposed to 15 minutes.
And, I mean, Haskell had a couple of base runners as well. It wasn't like it was a 1-2-3 inning.
It's just the pace of the game.
You know, we're just talking about the difference between Cooper Curbo and the way he is throwing, and the left-hander for Haskell, Brady Neal.
Zeke got third in the 100 hurdles, so he qualified for the ball.
Zeke got third.
All right. So we've gotten word that Zeke Rogers finished third in the hurdles, the 110. That means he qualifies for the finals tomorrow. So congratulations.
I actually spent a couple of seasons coaching hurdles in Indiana before I moved back.
Really?
Yeah. I coached the Madison Lady Cubs. I was the hurdles and high jump coach. We had a state runner-up.
A Lady Cub?
The Lady Cubs.
Wouldn't it be a cubby?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
what they call there. It had been the Lady Cubs forever. You can't change things.
I know,
understand.
I know that, yes. Here's Max Richardson leading it off for Mangum. He waves at a pitch, and it's 0-1 on Max. Max struck out looking his first time around. And if you're wondering where that high-pitched squeal is coming from, I have no idea.
It's at every ballpark, I swear. It's at every ballpark.
0-1 pitch.
Oh.
That one fooled the catcher. Chandler Lewis, it ate him up.
Right off the top of his helmet.
Yeah, 1-1. I think what that is a shopping cart from Walmart, isn't it? That squeaky wheel.
Oh, I bet it's one of the gates.
1-1 pitch on the way here. Ground ball towards short. Baxter Neal, long throw high and safe. So Richardson on board to lead off inning number 3 for Mangum.
Yeah, you could see on the release from the shortstop, he airmailed that one.
And again, I have talked about it a bunch, but the way the wind is blowing across the field, it is affecting the ball dramatically.
And you see the flag in center field right now.
Yeah. It is a stiff breeze. So here's Derek Hammond. Hammond singled, stole a base his first time around. And again, Brady Neal struggling on the bump. And now stepping out is Hammond. Little gamesmanship going on right about now. Mangum leading 2-1. We play in the top of the 3rd. The winner plays Central Salisaw next. The loser gets to watch, but that's it. Boy, Derek had one that he thought about, couldn't pull the trigger, and it's 0-1. Pretty good pitch right there. Richardson, not a very big lead over at first base. You can understand why. I go over there. Richardson dives back in. You'll remember it was Hammond who singled in the first, and They had him picked off at first base, but he simply ran full speed into second and was safe, beat the throw. 0-1 pitch on the way here. Outside, 1-1 now on Hammond. Derek, just a freshman. This is, boy, and I know Hobart's young, but this Mangum team is baby-faced as well. A lot of young kids on this club. Short lead over at first base for Richardson. 1-1 pitch on the way to Hammond. He'll swing. Ball gets away from the catcher. There goes Richard. Oh, and then retreating Mad Max. He'll dive in safely. Whew. He didn't have a very good jump, did Richardson, and so he retreated and came back wisely. Meantime, it's 1-2 on Hammond. That's pretty good awareness on the part of Mad Max to get back. 2-2 pitch on the way. Now he's going to run. There's a little looping line drive into shallow left center field. Ball down.
There you go.
And Richardson on his way to third. He is safe. Taking second on the place is Hammond.
And nobody out.
No. I think Max would have been safe at third regardless because he ran into or got run into or got obstructed.
That's what Coach is talking
by
about
the second
right
baseman,
now.
yeah. So, yeah, and they had it. Chemansky had it. So runners at second and third now. Nobody out.
Coach Neal not so agreeable with this one. He said, I don't know about that.
Hammond at second, Richardson at third, and at the plate, Cooper Curbo. Curbo asking for time and getting it. Cooper fouled out to end inning number 1. He's 0 for 1. Got a chance to help his cause right here. Base knock, gets 2. Nobody out in the frame. Ground ball to third. They're going to come home. And now in the rundown, Richardson and Max is in there.
Third baseman got himself out of position.
Yep.
Never got back to the base.
You're exactly right. Max just beat him back to the bag.
And Lewis was imploring him to get to the base. He never got there. And Jagger Lewis looking to the dugout for a little sympathy, I think, after that play.
Yeah, Jagger, I mean, he did everything he was supposed to. And he double clutched on the throw back to third because he was waiting for Brody Grider to get back there. Now we're going to have a conversation. That is a walk of a coach that is not very happy.
A dad.
Timeout going to be taken here. Bases loaded, nobody out. Mangum on the front end of a 2-1 score. Classic Hits 97.7.
People are talking about Western Traditions, the new and exciting store on the west side of the square in Mangum. Western Traditions is proud to feature truly unique Western furniture and accessories, including many one-of-a-kind pieces, amazing sofas, recliners, end tables, lamps with Western shades. Check them out on Facebook, or better yet, visit Western Traditions in Mangum soon.
A very pleasant good afternoon to the lovely and talented Kim Barger. Kim, good to have you alongside. Mangum leading 2-1, bases loaded. Nobody out here in the top of the third. And I didn't put 2 and 2 together, but Coach Neal, his 2 sons are out there, and he's not happy with them right now.
Yeah, that walk to the mound, I recognize that. That's a walk I saw my dad make too many times. So I didn't play baseball, but I got it other places.
Mangum a chance to break this one open. Bases loaded, nobody out. Jackson Brooks is a plate. Jackson singled and scored his first time around. So Brady Neal on the bump and Baxter Neal at shortstop. Heard it from Dad during that timeout. Pitch outside per ball, 1-0.
Where's the farthest we've heard from today? Have we heard from any distance today?
I don't think we've got any distance going on today.
Okay.
But we're waiting.
Chad hadn't updated us either.
Maybe something over on the other platforms. Jackson Brooks ahead in the count here, 1-0. Pitch outside, gets away from the catcher. Here comes Max. Here's the throw. He is saved! Mad Max Richardson has been just that on the base pass this trip. Wow!
Everybody else moved up too.
Hammond at third, Curbo at second. 2-0 now, the count on Brooks. Mangum leads 3-1. And again, manufacturing runs without really tearing the cover off the baseball. And Brady Neal has just not been able to get comfortable all afternoon long on the mound. Count 2-0 on Brooks. Here's the pitch from the left-hander. Downstairs for a ball. 3-0. So, conventional baseball wisdom says you've got to take here.
Yeah.
Cannot swing. See if Jackson follows the conventional wisdom. There's nothing conventional about Jackson, is there? 3-0 pitch on the way. He is taking. It's ball 4. So the base is loaded again.
Looks like the Haymakers have somebody heading out to the bullpen. First action out there this afternoon for them.
Bases loaded. Ryland Holt now steps in. Holt, a good piece of hitting his first time around. Rolled into a fielder's choice, but advanced a runner. That runner came around to score. I'm a little surprised. Well, they're playing a double play depth, so they're willing to concede the run for the double play as Holt fouls this one out of play, and it's 0-1 on Ryland. I thought maybe the Haymakers would come in on the infield, but instead they'll go with double play depth in the middle. Now at the corners there, in on the grass. Trailing 3-0, bases loaded, nobody out, Ryland Holt. Chance to break this one open. 0-1 pitch, sweeping curve, 1-1. Mangum in the inning. And Max Richardson getting on board with a throwing error. And then just going nuts on the base paths. Stopping, starting, then getting there. 1-1 pitch. Cold, strike 2. And it's 1-2 now on Ryland.
He's catching that edge with that curve.
Joe DeRusha says go Tigers. Ryland got to shorten up here and put it in play. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout there for Brady Neal. Good piece of pitching.
That.
Yeah. Lefty versus lefty, and he took advantage of it. Paula Lively has checked in. Hello, Paula. Here's Bo Rogers. Rogers has reached on an error, stolen the base, and scored a run. Remember, Bo rolled one to shortstop and coaxed a wild throw from Baxter Neal. Out in front of that one, 0-1. He was going Jack City there. I mean, he looked like he had a golf swing. His belt buckle looking at the 18th flag. Wide open at the end of that one. 0-1 pitch on the way here. Gets back to the screen. Here comes the runner from third, standing up, scoring easily, Derek Hammond. And Hammond will make it 4-0, or 4-1 rather. Moving up 90 feet. Cooper Curbo to third, and the courtesy runner to second.
Tigers keeping the pressure on.
Count 1-1 now on Bo Rogers.
4-1. Here we go, Bo. There you go, Bo.
Mangum fans coming to life. Rogers rolls one towards the left side. That'll be a base hit. Infield single for Rogers, driving home Cooper Curbo, and it's 5-1 Mangum. Courtesy runner to third, and Bo with the RBI single over at first base.
Tigers finally got the bats and the base running that we've been looking for this weekend.
Got some momentum now as well. So here's Mason Parker. Parker a single and a couple of RBI his first time around.
Here we go, Mason.
And pitching change going to be made. Yeah, they have got a pitching change going on now. Mangum jumping all over Haskell here in inning number 3, leading 5-1. A pitching change being made when you and I come back on Classic Hits 97.7.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Great Plains Bank of Mangum is proud to support the Mangum Tigers and the exciting spring sports season. Get ready to cheer on our local youth and enjoy all the thrilling activities. Our community thrives when we come together to celebrate and support our young athletes. When it comes to your banking needs, swing by and see us on the corner in downtown Mangum. Whether you're opening a new account, applying for a loan, or just seeking financial advice, our friendly team is here to help you every step of the way. Great Plains Bank, proudly serving our community with a smile. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
My name is Elena Shimon, and I am a graduate of Navajo High School. Western Oklahoma State College was the right choice for me the moment I stepped onto campus. I am getting a great education that is affordable at a campus that feels like home. It is comforting to know that the class sizes are small and I can create my schedule with both online and face-to-face classes. There are plenty of student activities and organizations available to get involved in with my Pioneer family. Call 580-477-2000 or visit wosc.edu to get started today. Western is your smart start.
So the new pitcher is Nevin Shetty. Am I saying that correctly?
I got Sheedy.
Sheedy, all right.
Yeah, like
It's
Allie.
Yeah, you're right. So Nevin Sheedy, the new pitcher for Haskell, is Brady Neal now goes to first base.
He got a little snap on the fastball. Got a good little movement on the curve I saw on a couple that he threw there early. But also, he got a little of the wild thing in him too. So
yeah, I was gonna say you're bragging on him. He throws that one to the screen.
Well, that was the second one. He's also throwing the screen too. So he's got a little bit of the intimidation factor.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what.
So here's Mason Parker. Parker bats with runners at first and third. One gone. Mangum on top, 5-1. Mason drilled the ball into the gap yesterday. Teresa Sanner checking in from California. There you go. Wanted somebody from a long way away.
There we go.
Can anybody beat California? California girls. There goes the runner, and no throw. Rogers is at second base. Meantime, the count on Mason Parker, 1-0. So runners at second and third, one out for Mangum. Really trying to put a dent in this one in the top of the third. Parker looks at a strike, and it's 1-1. Parker wanting to gauge him.
You haven't seen Sheedy at all yet? I didn't see him at all yesterday.
You talked about it. He throws hard. They may have been trying to save him, but you got to win this game to get to the next one, right? 1-1 pitch on the way here. Upstairs for a ball. 2-1 now on Mason Parker. Two runners in scoring position. Only one gone in the inning. Mangum trying to keep it alive for a 4 o'clock tilt with Central Sallisaw. 2-1 pitch on the way here. Upstairs, ball 3, 3-1. Sheedy really wanted that one. Parker can be selective. When continuing to howl in from center field. 3-1 pitch. Mason, a little hesitation. He thought it was ball 4, but made sure with the home plate umpire it was. Bases loaded now. for Clayton Caskey.
He's seen example. If you move too quickly, they tend to call that. So he's like, let's just wait.
Caskey 0 for 1, struck out his first time around. Bases loaded, one gone in the inning. And now Haskell will come in on the infield. First pitch on the way here.
Ooh.
A little bit high, apparently. 1-0 on Clayton.
Ooh.
That looked like it was right down Broadway.
Oh, that looked good.
Yeah. Take it when you can get them. Sikorsky heading the count 1-0. Bases full of Mangum Tigers. And they're on top 5-1 here in the third. 1-0 pitch. High again, 2-0. And you know that it just gets to tighten up a little bit between the ears when you think of the enormity of what's going on here. You're trying to keep it close if you're Nevin Sheedy. Otherwise, your season is over. 2-0 pitch. Foul tip. Held on to by Jagger Lewis. 2-1. Good looking hack, though.
Yeah.
From Clayton Caskey.
Got his money's worth on that one.
In the on-deck circle, Colton Gillespie. 2-1 pitch on the way here. Ooh. Had an ocean, laid off the high heat, and it's 3-1. Parker at first, Rogers at second. And the courtesy runner at third.
Big pitch.
Nevin Sheedy nowhere to put Clayton Caskey. Infield in for Haskell. 3-1 pitch on the way here. Ball 4. Good patience that time by Caskey. So Mangum now leading 6-1. Colton Gillespie could really put a dent in this one right now.
I don't think there's anybody that would like to do it more.
No, I know there's not. All kinds of speed out there on the base paths as well.
Can they get out of his way?
Gillespie 0 for 2. High heat, ball 1. Mangum, by the way, batting around here in the third. Gillespie ahead in the count. One 0 pitch on the way. Ball gets back to the screen. Here comes Bo in to score. He is safe, standing up. And Mangum adds to the total. They've now plated 5 in the inning and aren't done yet. Parker at third now. Caskey at second. And Colton ahead in the count, 2-0. Two-0 pitch on the way to Gillespie. High for ball 3. And Nevin Sheedy really struggling with his mechanics, and I like the move there. Jagger Lewis going to go out and settle him down a little bit. Again, I don't want to be in those young men's shoes, knowing what is on the line here, what you're facing. Meantime, if you're Gillespie, are you taking 3-0? You gotta be.
I think as a Tiger, you gotta be taking until he throws one.
Yeah, because he's delivered 7 out of the zone.
Yeah.
3-0 pitch. Line drive, center field, going back is Drain. He can't get there. It will score 2 runs. Colton lines up at second. Swinging 3-0 and get about it.
That's why we're on the mic.
That's exactly right. Wouldn't expect anything less from Gillespie. So Mangum has broken it open here in the third as they have batted around. Here's Mad Max Richardson, who began it all, reaching on an error and just going crazy on the base pass. Runner in second, Gillespie. First pitch, Richardson inside for a ball, 1-0 on Max.
Were the bases loaded?
No, there were 2 on.
Okay.
Remember the pass ball?
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
So Mangum on top, 9-1 now in the top of the third inning. 1-0 pitch to Richardson. Ground ball, base hit, left field. Gillespie had the hold, so he will stay at third base.
Oh.
He had to wait and make sure the ball was going to get through the infield. And Richardson with a single. Runners at first and third for Derek Hammond. Hammond, a couple of singles, stolen base, and a run scored. 2 for 2.
Coach Neal out there having word with him. Some mental lapses there. The throw to the cutoff went all the way to first.
And fortunately, Brady Neal knocked that one down. Otherwise, Gillespie trots home from third. Runner on his way, and that's Richardson. No throw, and Max is at second base with 1 gone. Gillespie at first. Pitch was a strike to Hammond.
Third.
Gillespie at third. Richardson at second. 0-1 on Hammond. Over his head, gets back to the fence. Here comes Colton. He'll score. 10-1. Count level at 1-1 on Derek Hammond. Richardson at third. Mangum pouring it on here in the third, leading 10-1. Let's see what Derek can do now.
Oh, nice.
This one to the right side. It'll roll into right field. Another base hit for Derek. Good job of going with a pitch and just rolling it into right field. Give him an RBI. Third single of the ball game for Hammond.
Taking advantage of that second base positioning again.
Yeah. Just a huge gap over there.
Yeah.
Just have to roll it that way, and it gets in. So here's Cooper Curbo. Curbo 0 for 1 officially with a run scored. Throw over to first base, and Derek is back. Well, now that there's a right-hander on the bump, you can bet that Hammond going to be off to the races.
Ooh.
Throw over there. That may have gotten him. Ball rolled away.
I was wondering about the move
from Neal. Well,
that was a bizarre move.
And sometimes right-handed guys that probably he plays on the middle infield, and sometimes they do have different type moves. There goes the runner. Here's the throw, not nearly in time, as Hammond is in there safely. So Derek, another stolen base. Count on Cooper, 1-0. Mangum pouring it on here in inning number 3. No look, Hammond back, but no throw. 9 in the inning, 11 on the game. 11-1, Mangum leads. Ground ball again towards second. This time able to make the play is Gonzalez for out number 2, and then they'll throw behind the runner. And Hammond collided with the third baseman. They're going to give him home plate. They're going to say that Grider collided with Derek, and they'll let him come home. Coach Neal furious. So you can hear the Haskell fans not happy with the call. The ground out recorded. Cooper becomes the second out of the inning.
I never saw the play, so I didn't see the play, so I can't make a comment on it. So
there was a collision, but I don't know that the third baseman kept
him from advancing.
No. I'm a little surprised by that call. Mangum will take it though. Here's Jackson Brooks.
Yeah, I didn't see what transpired, and I sure didn't see him laying on top of him.
But they didn't lay on top. They collided. I mean, literally collided, both going towards the bag. As Grider was going for the ball and trying to get there was the runner, Derek Hammond. Called strike 1-1.
Nice movement there.
Interference was the call, so now it's a 12-1 ball game. 1-1 pitch. Jackson into right field, base hit. Just kind of served that one out there, and the inning continues. Wow.
Same spot. That's about 3 in a row over that area, isn't it, Michael?
Yeah, they have found some room on that right side.
Yeah.
Chad Fox telling me that we've got 87 folks who've joined us on YouTube.
Well, thank you very much.
Don't have any destinations, but 44 on Facebook and countless on the radio. People actually still listen to the radio. Throw over to first base.
And you're not going to believe the numbers on this half inning so far.
The length? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's been well. I mean, you scored 11 runs in the inning. It's gonna last a while, 10 runs. And it's not over with yet.
No.
Oh, there goes the runner and throw.
Ooh, that was close. That was close.
Another stolen base for Mangum. Another runner in scoring position. Ryland Holt ahead in the count, 1-0. As if on cue, Paula Lively posting a Tiger on the run. that's good, Paula. We like that. So a runner in scoring position for Ryland Holt. Holt has worn the collar. He's 0 for 2. Takes a strike here, and it's 1-1.
It's better than a Buck Owens, Tiger by the tail.
There you go. And Paula said, keep those runs coming. Yeah. You better believe it. Buck Owens, oh my goodness. Wow. We could be on the streets of Bakersfield with Buck and Dwight.
Yeah.
Denise Dillahunty Webb has joined us. Hello, Denise.
I like Bakersfield. It's a cool town.
Yeah. Meantime, the breeze is picking up. One of the radio stations in the Fox radio network.
Yes, 99.5 KBZQ.
Over there in Latin America.
Yeah, I'll be on there tomorrow from 9 to 2 and 2 to 7 on Sunday.
1-1 pitch on the way here to Ryland Holt outside. 2-1. Runner at second base, 2 out.
Peanut Gallery chiming in a little bit louder as we get later in the afternoon.
Ryland ahead in the count, 2-1. Everybody else has been in the hit parade. He wants to join it. You can count on that.
Well, that spot's still there.
2-1 offering. Outside, ball 3, 3-1. Tigers pouring it on in inning number 3. Leading 12-1. And a runner in scoring position with 2 gone here in the 3rd. And Nevin Sheedy trying to get out of the inning. 3-1 pitch. Holt. Holt strike 2. It's full on Riley.
He moved too fast,
too. He knew that was a strike. He made a bluff move towards first base. But
he was trying to trigger it.
Yeah, that was right down the middle. The Haskell fans would have gone unglued had that been called a ball.
Oh, my.
So the payoff pitch on the way here to Holt. And he'll lift it on the left side, and that's a trouble for the third baseman who makes a nice play behind the bag. to end the inning, Brody Greider. The Mangum comes up with 10 runs in the inning, and they have taken a 12-1 lead to the bottom of the third. Mangum 12, Haskell 1, Classic Hits 97.7.
For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
Hey, come on by the Mangum Tag Agency at 108 East Pierce in Mangum for all your vehicle tag and registration needs. Driver's license, ID renewals, including CDL or Add Real ID. We now offer initial issuance and out-of-state driver's license and ID transfers. And we issue Pike Pass. For fast, friendly customer service, come see Tom, Cynthia, or Adam. We're here for you. Check us out online at mangumtag.com. For tag renewals and more information, phone 580-782-3004. The Mangum Tag Agency says go Tigers.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go together when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
So let's check the time on the length of that half inning.
32 minutes.
That's what happens when you score 10 runs.
Yeah.
And
a pitcher's change, too.
And send 14 batters to the plate.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss here is the leadoff hitter, Brady Neal, down on the count of 1. Neal, an RBI single his first time around. Started out on the bump, and now at first base for Haskell. They trail 12-1. Ground ball foul. And the count quickly 0-2 on Brady Neal. And again, if you're Cooper Curbo, you work quickly all afternoon long. Now you really pick up the pace. So 0-2 the count on Neal. Mangum leads by 11. Swing and a miss. Neal gone on strikes. So one gone for Riker Porter. Riker, designated hitter.
Or B hitter.
Got hit his first time around and was retired on the fielder's choice.
Designated hittee.
Mm-hmm. Fourth strikeout of the afternoon, by the way, for Cooper Curbo.
He almost got that elbow again.
Yeah, he stuck it out there, didn't he? 1-0 on Porter. Riker, I mean, he's laying on home plate. Called strike, and it's 1-1. I mean, it's no wonder he gets hit with pitches. I mean, there's leaning out over the plate, and then there's being standing on top of it.
Yeah, he is on top of it. Wow.
1-1 pitch. Curveball, a little bit inside. 2-1.
I don't know how you can get inside.
It's not easy. He chokes up on the bat, too. You don't see that much very often. 2-1 pitch. Lifted into shallow left field. Gillespie going out, and he'll make the catch for out number 2.
Tigers settle down.
Well, again, you can breathe easier. I mean, you just go out and play baseball. You don't have to worry about anything. So 2 gone now for Baxter Neal. Baxter rolled into the fielder's choice. He's 0 for 1. A little bit of controversy. Talked about the strike one here. Talked about the pitching change and all the batters and the runs scored in that top half of the third. But some controversy on the call at third base as well.
Ooh, yeah.
0-1 pitch. Nub foul. 0-2 now on Baxter Neal. The winner will turn around and play Central Sallisaw.
Cooper trying to get him back in the dugout quickly.
Yep. Heading the count here. 0-2. Playing the bottom half of inning number 3. Curveball, roll on the ground to second, gobbled up and then dropped by Clayton Caskey, and the inning will stay alive. Clayton, you could tell, even from this distance, he was sneaking a peek before he had the baseball secured.
That's hard to do. It's hard not to do.
Well, slow roller, left-handed batter. You know you got to get there quickly. You got to feel it before you can throw it, though.
Yep.
So here's Jagger Lewis. Lewis 0 for 1. He struck out to end inning number 1. Runner at first, 2 gone. Swing and a miss. Off speed. Boy, Lewis way out in front. And again, you forget about the guy on first base. You lead by 11.
Yeah.
He can't score 11 all by himself. Go get the guy at the plate. 0-1 pitch. On the ground, under the glove of Hammond and into the left field. That'll be a base hit. A little bit of a 2-out rally here for Haskell in their half of the third.
But still, the position, like you just said, just deal with the guy in front of you.
Yep. Colby Collins now will come to the plate. We'll get a courtesy runner as well for Haskell, and that's Ryan McGee.
Yep.
So 2 outs here in the third. Mangum leading 12-1. Trying to shut the door. Pick up some more in the fourth. First pitch swinging. One hop right at Clayton Castee. You got to make the play or you get your head taken off. So retired on the fielder's choice is Lewis. 4-6, and the inning will come to an end as Haskell came up with no runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left on board. At the end of 3, it's Mangum 12, Haskell 1. Classic Hits 97.7.
Hey, all you Tiger fans, it's game time. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are thrilled and ready for live Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger action on the field and court this season. Let's pack the stands and cheer loud. Cattlemen's Bank is full of school spirit. Go Tigers!
Something you should know about the Kendall Law Office. The Kendall Law Office is family-owned and local. They use up-to-date technology to ensure their productivity provides timely service to clients, and this always includes client access to our firm via email and text. Corey Kendall is experienced, hardworking, and honest. He always puts the client first, and all efforts are focused on the client's best interest. The Kendall Law Office, locations in Altus and Mangum.
When you need auto repairs, save money and get it done right at Dwayne's Auto in Mangum. Dwayne's fixes flats, does brake jobs, turns rotors, alignments, that all-important air conditioning work, and general auto repair. If your car or truck isn't right, just head to Dwayne's Auto at 1205 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-5151. That's 782-5151. Mangum Tiger proud.
All right, off to the top of the fourth inning we go. Mangum on top, 12-1. And if you're Central Sallisaw, you're kind of in a position like, go ahead, knock yourself out a little bit longer there, Mangum. Score as many runs as you like. We'll wait on you.
I don't think they really have to anymore, do they? I think this inning is where they're at, right?
Well, yes. I mean, you're talking about the run rule, yeah. Is it 12, 10, and 8, I believe?
I believe you're right.
Yeah. So, yes, if Mangum can hold serve here, it'll be over. But again, if you're
they'd love to add to.
Sure.
I mean, anyway,
play a little bit longer if you like.
But for the Tigers, I think it's you want to keep that streak going. I mean, they've got the bats working for them. Just let them eat.
So Bo Rogers,
let the big dog eat.
Bo Rogers going to lead it off. Mason Parker and Clayton Castee all do up here in inning number 4 for Mangum. Tigers scoreless in the first, 2 in the second, and then 10 in inning number 3. Mangum on top, 12-1. Here's Rogers. Bo, productive afternoon. Been on base twice, scored twice. Driven in a run and stolen 2 bases. You head in the count here, 1-0. Brother Zeke running in the state tournament at Western Heights. He's already qualified for the 110 tomorrow. 1-0 pitch. lashed down the right field line, foul. And it's 1-1.
I thought that was over in that in the customers area over there, but it was actually, it bounced off the side of the building, so it was past where they were.
And again, ball carrying well down that right field line. 1-1 offering on the way here to Rogers. Ground ball to short, bobbled, and there is no way that Neal going to be able to throw out Bo Rogers. Bo on board for the third time this afternoon.
He said, "You don't even put hurdles in front of me."
So here's Mason Parker. Parker, 1 for 1. He's got a couple of RBI and a single, and also walked and scored. Wide open stance for Parker. There goes Bo, and he's got another stolen base. It's not even fair.
Right.
I mean, the ball not fielded cleanly by the catcher, Jagger Lewis, but even if it were.
Not with that jump he had.
Bo was at first, or at second base easily. Count on Mason 1-0. Swing and a miss. Parker, healthy cut, 1-1. Bench jockeys coaching from up here.
Yeah. Telling me about his shoulder again.
Dropping it in that slot. Count 1-1 on Mason.
Got an eye for that.
Rogers at second. Upstairs, ball 2. 2-1. Oh, Tara down there trying to keep Coach Ward in line. His paper's all over the place. She dug it out from underneath the stands and then looked at him and said, "Hey, I've got it."
Well, she brought him ice cream, so what did she expect? Of course everything's going to go everywhere. You got to pay attention to the ice cream.
Yeah, he kind of lost his focus, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't blame him.
2-1 pitch on the way here. Parker looks at his strike, and it's 2-2.
I mean, if anybody wants to bring us ice cream, I mean, we're game.
Well, I'm not an ice cream fan, so I'll pass.
You're not an ice cream fan?
No.
Wow.
No. Ice cream makes me thirsty. Probably the whole idea behind it, but
makes me thirsty for more ice cream.
2-2 pitch on the way here. Oh, boink, off the head. Mason literally ducking into the pitch. So he's aboard with nobody out. Runners at first and second now for Clayton Caskey. And Tim Chemansky going to go over and give him a little protocol. You've got to.
How many fingers I got up?
That is not the first time this year I have seen Mason take one off the coconut. It was an off-speed pitch, so it wasn't like it was a Nolan Ryan fastball, but still, that rattles your cage. I don't care who you are. Kind of a haymaker, if you will. Caskey now stepping in. Runners at first and second. Still nobody out. Clayton rolls one on the ground to second. Gonzalez only played at first. Runners advance. Second and third. And now Bo going to come home as he coaxes a throw that goes up the line.
Wow.
And Mason will chug into third.
Yeah, everybody got out of position. Nobody was at third at all, so he was able to chug all the way around.
So 4-3, Caskey retired, and then the throwing error by the third baseman, allowing Rogers to score and Parker to go to third. So here's Colton Gillespie. Gillespie drove in a couple his last time up. 1 for 3 on the afternoon, 2 RBI and a run scored. He swung when it was 3-0. He swing that nearly takes the head off of Parker. Now, how appropriate would that have been? Mason ducks into a pitch that doesn't do a whole lot to him, and then he nearly takes a 100-mile-an-hour fastball off the bat of Gillespie. Woo! So the count 0-1 on Colton. Boy, he turned on that one in a hurry. Man. 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. Colton a little bit fooled by that. He was bailing out as though that was a fastball. It was an off-speed pitch.
So if that hits you in foul territory, are you out?
No, if you're in foul territory, it's just a foul ball.
Just a painful.
1-1 pitch. Oh, off the end of the bat. That may have been ball 2.
Oh, yeah.
But instead it's 1-2. Gillespie trying to go the opposite way.
Just a painful strike.
Yeah, you teach base runners to stay in foul territory. Mm-hmm. If they get hit with the ball, it is just merely a foul ball.
Don't rub it.
As you said, though, it will hurt, especially when it comes off the bat of Gillespie. 1-2 pitch on the way here. High fly ball, center field. Drain going back, still going back. He'll make the catch. Tagging at third is Parker. Mason will chug home and score on the sacrifice fly.
Boy, that carried.
Yeah. Into the wind. Mm-hmm. He hit it a long way. He being Colton Gillespie. 2 gone now for the Tigers. Sacrifice fly and an RBI for Gillespie, his 3rd of the afternoon. So Mangum adds to the total now 14-1. And the inning not over yet for Max Richardson. Richardson been on base twice. He has struck out. Stolen a base, scored a pair, got a single. Whacks one into center, and right there to make the play for out number 3 is Jackson Drain. But Mangum pads their lead here in the 4th. They come up with a couple of runs on 2 hits. There was an error, and nobody left on board. At the end of 3.5, Mangum 14, Haskell 1. Classic Hits 97.7.
Did you know the freshest and most beautiful long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call at 580-782-2122 for fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts. Make that trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Friends, it's important to take care of your eyes, so make an appointment soon with Dr. Michael Geiger in Altus, Seth Geiger in Frederick, and Bryce Geiger in Elgin, and a new addition to our staff, Dr. Maddie Rhodes. The Geigers are professionals and very good at what they do. Geiger Eye Care is proud to support youth and sponsor sporting events. They encourage you to attend all the events you can and be involved with our youth. Geiger Eye Care, Michael and Maddie in Altus, Seth in Frederick, and Bryce in Elgin. Make an appointment soon with Geiger Eye Care, Altus, Frederick, and Elgin.
All right, here we go. Bottom of the 4th inning. Mangum on top 14-1. And if the Tigers are able to hold serve, they will win this one and set up a matchup with Central Salisaw. And it's the game of baseball. I mean, anything can happen. So you don't want to put the cart before the horse, but you would hope that Cooper Kerbo would just go out there and throw strikes and let his defense make plays behind him and get out of this one and go to the next.
How many strikeouts has he gotten on the night?
Colby Callan, I'll give you hit in a moment. Colby Callan's Brody Grider and Noah Ellis do up here. Yeah, would they call that much strike? They did. 0-1 now on Collins. He's 0 for 1. He has struck out. 0-1 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Max calling forward at first. He'll battle the sun and the wind and make the catch for out number 1. So 1 gone here in the 4th. His strikeouts, he had 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, and 1 in the 3rd, so 4 on the afternoon.
And I'd say 3 of those were dropped and had to be thrown out at first.
You're exactly right. In fact, that is the number.
Is it really?
Yeah. Pitch upstairs for ball. 1-0 on Grider. Brody is flying to center. He's 0 for 1.
I knew it just seemed like a bunch.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Mitch McLaughlin doing his best weight service. I suppose we should have tipped him.
I know, right?
Don't eat yellow snow. Best tip I can give. So Grider, 1-0 pitch on the way here. Looks at a strike. Good job by Cooper. Level the count of 1-1.
He's got 2. He just held up 2-1.
Did he hold up 2-1?
Yeah. I'm not sure if it was 2-1 or 1-2. I'm not sure how he holds.
1-1 pitch. Dribbled foul. 2 strikes now on Grider. Well, the left hand is always the balls in the count, and the right hand is the strikes.
Because he held it like that. That's how he held it.
Ground ball to third. Hammond in between hops. Derek sets, throws, and out number 2 recorded. Doesn't matter what the strikes were.
Exactly. I was just thinking. Derek's like, don't even worry about that.
I got you covered, bub. Mm-hmm. So 2 up, 2 down now for Noah Ellis. We missed one somewhere, so this is Elias Gonzalez instead. So Gonzalez, who has scored the only run of the ball game, looks at the ball, and it's 1-0 on Gonzalez. Elias singled, scored his first time around. He singled in the second. He is 2 for 2 from the leadoff position. Takes
all
down
you can
Sears.
ask.
Yeah, 2-0 now on Gonzalez.
Set the table.
Trying to get out of the inning and the ball game. Cooper Curbo.
Ooh.
There's a called strike. Cooper left a little doubt there. And it's 1-1. 2-1 rather. Now 3-1. That pitch outside. So Curbo looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Would love to have one here to finish it, but he's down in the count 3-1. Ooh, that one ticked foul. Runs the count full 3-2. So the count full on Elias Gonzalez. Haskell down to their final strike, trailing 14-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Payoff pitch on the way here, ball 4. So Haskell refusing to go quietly into the good night.
Is that Drain?
Yeah, Jackson Drain now will step in. Jackson 0 for 2, grounded out in the first, struck out to end the second. Runner at first, 2 gone, 14-1. Called strike on Jackson Drain. And again, who cares that there's a guy at first base? You lead by 13. Shouldn't even come into play. 0-1 pitch. Curveball is a beauty, but it's not a strike. So it's 1-1.
Wow.
We're directly behind home plate now when the big bender looked good. 1-1 on the way. Had an ocean, 2-1.
Yeah, this is one of the best vantage points that we get during this season.
By far. 2-1 pitch on the way. Downstairs for a ball. Cooper pressing just a little bit here late in the ball game.
The folks at home may actually have a slightly better vantage point than the two of us, because it's dead down Main Street.
3-1 pitch popped up behind us and out of play. And again, the count full, 3-2 on a batter from Haskell. And again, Cooper, an opportunity to close the door. Set up a rematch with Central Sallisaw. Payoff pitch on the way. Ball 4. Runners at first and second. So back-to-back walks here in the 4th. Brady Neal now will step in. Neal, a single and an RBI in the first, struck out in the 3rd. Runners at first and second. That's Gonzalez at second. Drain at first. The margin right now, 13. Ball downstairs, 1-0. And again, if you're Central Sallisaw, you're like, okay, yeah, go ahead and keep playing, guys. We We've got our hotels booked for the night. There's a cold strike. Count level of 1-1. My golfing buddies and I were remembering a day back in 07 when we played in a state tournament in Chickasha against guys almost as old as us. 1-1 pitch, hammered foul, and it's 1-2. They actually went by the team name of 10 Old Men, and we wound up winning 32-19, but we can never put them away because of the run rule. We were gassed and got smoked in our next game. Here, you're looking at the number 10 via the run rule, 12, 10, and 8. We're in the fourth. Mangum leading by 13, and now the bases are loaded. As that one hit Brady Neal. Yikes.
Coach going to go have a real quick word.
Gonzalez to third. Drain to second.
Pride,
Neal
that
at
is.
first. Yeah, Coach Pride. Maybe getting a pitching change. We are. They're going to make a pitching change. Looks like you're going to bring Clayton Caskey in to try to get the final out. We'll take a timeout. Come back. Mangum leads 14-1. Bottom of the fourth. Bases loaded, 2 gone for Haskell on Classic Hits 97.7.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
Granite Drug Company would like to thank their customers for shopping local. They're proud to offer pharmacy services, including immunizations, Dispill personalized medication management, health and beauty products, gifts for every occasion, and the soda fountain, open all day and serving lunch from 11 till 2. Remember, when you need prescriptions filled, tell your doctor Granite Drug Company.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
All right, so Mangum, pitching change being made with 2 outs and the bases loaded here in the bottom half of inning number 4. As to the bump, Clayton Caskey goes. And Bo Rogers, who just plays everywhere, will go to second base. Cooper Curbo will go to left.
And guess who?
Yeah, Riker Porter, who has a habit of getting hit by pitches. Porter bats with the bases loaded and 2 gone. Takes a pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Porter has hit into a fielder's choice and popped to short, 0 for 2. 1-0 pitch from Caskey. A little bit low for a ball, 2-0. And I was kind of kidding about it, but I'm telling you, Central Salisaw not going to be upset if they've got to go another inning.
Right.
2-0 pitch, trying to guide it over home plate. It's 3-0. So 2 quick outs in the inning. You think, okay, we'll get this thing over, and they'll put up 30 minutes. We'll come back and play against Central Salisaw.
Mm-hmm.
Not so fast, my friend. 3-0 pitch, cold strike, and it's 3-1.
Like the runner at second.
Yeah. Yeah,
folks at home, I hope you can enjoy that.
Jackson Drain out there, he's making all kinds of gyrations. 3-1 pitch. Ball forwards, 14-2. Gonzalez comes in to score. To third base, Jackson Drain. Neal to first. Riker Porter with an RBI on the walk. Ooh.
McGee in to run.
Yeah, courtesy runner, Ryan McGee. At the plate, the left-handed hitting, Baxter Neal.
Farm implements in the background.
I love it. Welcome to small town America.
Yes. Love it. Ambiance.
So base is still loaded. Left-handed hitter stepping in. And Clayton Caskey set to go to work. Pitch upstairs for ball, 1-0. I saw a cool thing yesterday. The Woodward Boomer slow pitch softball team was led out of town by a horse.
This morning. Yeah, I saw that picture this morning. That's pretty cool.
1-0 pitch. Popped up. Shallow left center field. Coming on to make the catch and in the ball game will be, appropriately enough, Cooper Curbo. So this one comes to an end as Haskell scored a run in the fourth and left the bases loaded to make it interesting, but Mangum will win it by a run rule, 14-2 to advance. 14-2, the final score. Back to wrap it up from buddy Robert Lee after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
When unexpected illness or injury disrupts your day, immediate care is a necessity, not a luxury. At Variety Care's Hobart Clinic, we're here for you at the moment you need us most. Whether you are battling the flu, managing a chronic condition, or simply due for your annual checkup, our team of dedicated healthcare professionals is here to support you and your family with personalized care. Sooner Care and private insurance plans accepted. Visit today, 1000 South Broadway, Hobart, 405-632-6688 to schedule an appointment. That's 405-632-6688.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Tigers win it by a final score of 14-2 to stay alive as they knock off Haskell. And the Haymakers took a haymaker hitting number 3 when Mangum scored 10 times to put this one away. So Mangum now gets 2 more chances, they hope, at Central Sallisaw. They'll need 2 wins against Central Sallisaw to advance to the state tournament. Final score here, 14-2. Mangum wins it. Back for Central Sallisaw and Mangum. Round number 2 in about 20 minutes here on Classic Hits 97.7.